Right, so this is going to be an analysis of the FTSE 100 during the EU session on Friday the 24th of July 2026. And before we look at what happened on Friday, we're going to take a look at Thursday, because I didn't actually make a video on Thursday, as quite frankly there was just nothing much to talk about. There was a really choppy open followed by lots of selling pressure, and after that we sort of came back up to the market opening level and just sat here up until we had the hour leading up to the US market open, where we sort of bled down back to this red zone. Going back over here, just showing you that level, as you can see here, and these high highs. So we bled back down to that red zone up until the US market opened, and we had a spike back up and then just sort of nothing for the rest of the day. Then at the Asia session, we continued to just do nothing really. It was just sort of going sideways, or up until the hour before the EU market opened, where we saw an increase in volume as we always do. And yeah, that was pretty much it for that. For Thursday, we reached a high of 10,721, and wait, let me just fix that. Highs in the Asia session of 10,627 and a lower low of 10,580. So looking now at the EU market open on Friday, we had a first bar positive followed by a second bar positive, both which are equal size to one another, and with the third and fourth minute we saw the high of the 5-minute opening range candle just sort of fitting in nicely with the highs of Asia. And honestly, if you ask me, this would probably be the place where you look at if you want to find your best entry for the day, because looking at the 15-minute, we have sort of this breakout here, and then after that it just sort of goes sideways up until the the US market opens, and we have a resurgence back into the market with new volume. However, just looking here, if you were to enter at the 5-minute breakout of the opening range candle, you'd have a much better success. Even just, let me just make that more. So even with a 10-point stop and a 30-point, so 1 to 3, it's a nice quick trade, 10 minutes, 15 minutes in and out, and you wouldn't get that good of an entry if you were to enter, as opposed to like here on the 15-minute breakout, because after that you just have chop. So going back to the 5-minute, we see it reject back off of Asia's high, and then it continues to rally up, forming the 15-minute high opening range candle, and then at 10,670 we just see it slow down a little, and that's when we just see the chop start to happen. We float here for a while, go back down at 10 o'clock to the sort of highs of the 15-minute opening range, just dragging that across here as you can see, and after that we reject back off the 15-minute opening range, going more up until we have the US market open. Oh, sorry, can't find it. Yeah, it's here, where we see spike down, spike up, and then nothing much really for the day. Then at, that will be 3:30, yeah, 3:30 British summertime, we see it reject off of previous day highs, break through previous day highs quite nicely, and this would also be a quite nice entry if you're looking to enter. However, this is quite late into the EU market. Then we see it come back down, reject off of that high, and that's pretty much it for that day. So that's no trades taken, nothing much, just it wasn't a bad day. However, not the best entry opportunities if you ask me. Anyways, that's it guys, have a good one. See you at the next video.